Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about initial positioning for tank destroyers and what positions you should take to do optimal damage at the start of the game to do 1 or 2 extra shots, which will allow you to increase your average damage on the tank. So as you can see here, we're on vineyards first, and this is the best position for a more or less speedy tank destroyer. If you come here, as you can see, you can check the cross. That is the area where the IS-7 was. You can pretty much shoot all the heavies that are trying to cross into C. On top of that, you can also look towards this direction and get a few shots at the start of the game very early on. As you can see, I already have 3 shots, 1,800 damage in my pocket. This is another example on the Object 268. As you can see, this is the start of the game. I came here very early on a more or less speedy tank destroyer. I already got 1 shot in, and now I'm gonna get a 2nd shot in and pretty much roll back in. Obviously, the fact that the enemy hit me is luck, but still, I already have 1,200 damage in my pocket. Next, we are in Castilla. Now here, you have to camp. This is the only map I would advise you to camp in a TD, and because if you go to the heavy side or the medium side, you're gonna get clapped. So here is the optimal position. Play along the hill or the ridge, whatever you want to call it, and you can pretty much shoot tanks for free. Especially with Supremacy, you're going to be able to shoot tanks with relative ease. It's the exact same thing on the other side. As you can see here, I already have 1,400, 1,500 damage in my pocket. Super easy, super quick. On top of that, you can also work onto the medium side. As you can see here, I can pretty much shoot the IS-7, and if that was a medium, I would be able to clap him in the cheeks as well. So as you can see here, really easy stuff, unless you get spotted, of course. Once you get spotted and people start shooting you, you definitely need to drop off, as you can see here. Next up, this is Desert Sands. Now this is a very aggressive situation, and you need a lot of teammates to support you. As you can see on the map, I know my teammates are coming here, so I can take this more or less corner with relative ease, and I can pretty much smack enemies left and right. Super easy, but obviously you have to be careful. Don't allow the enemy to hit you, because if they do, you're pretty much gonna get killed very easily. Another example, as you can see here, very good shooting from my side, and you all have to be quick, and your aim has to be on point, because you need to be hitting these initial shots in order for the damage to go through. As you can see here, again, 1,300 damage with ease. Next up, we have the more or less new map Yukon. Here you have to be a bit chill, a bit more laid back, play off of the buildings, and you have to have more or less a few teammates in the city with you. Again, a lot of enemies are going to be playing where the 268 is sitting at, so therefore you can pretty much look at this area and then play off of what happens next. If the enemy pushes the cap, you fall back. More or less play around this building. As you can see, enemies are going to start swarming your teammates from either direction, and you can pretty much play off of the building. Again, you need a lot of city support, so don't come here unless you have some support in the city. As you can see here, again, 2k damage with relative ease. Another very hyper aggressive position is here. In Hemelsdorf, you can pretty much take this corner and smack enemies left and right with relative ease. Just make sure they shoot your teammates first, and then you can peek them. Otherwise, you don't want to be trading shots in your tank destroyer. Next, we have Naval Frontier, or whatever the map is called. You come to the standard medium position if your speed is decent enough, and you can pretty much shoot tanks that are crossing. In an ideal situation, I would have been able to shoot the mouse, then the FV215B, but the mouse actually had brains, and obviously we weren't able to get a shot on him, but in an ideal situation, you would be able to get 1 or 2 shots here with relative ease. Next up, we have Oasis Palms. Now this place is a good position to play off of, because here you can check the center of the map, which is the B side, as well as you can check the heavy side for the enemy. As you can see there, I pretty much shot a medium that was pushing the middle part of the map, and you can also shoot heavies that are on the heavy side with relative ease. Nothing to worry about, a very nice position to play off of. Lastly, we have, what was the name of the map? I think it's Dead Rail or something like this. But again, play off of the middle section of the map. Of course, if you're more or less a mobile TD. If you're a really slow TD, please don't try and play here because you're not going to get here in time. As you can see, first we need to take control of mid, so we fight off the YAG and the E100. When our teammates peek, the enemy shoots them, and then you shoot the enemy while they're on a reload. As you can see here, I see that the E100 isn't paying attention to me, so therefore I can peek him and pretty much smack the E100 and the YAG with relative ease. Once you take the middle, now you can look and help your mediums. As you can see here, we shoot the enemy T-22 with relative ease, and then you can help your heavies and smack the enemy TDs from here as well. If you take the middle on this map, you're pretty much the king because you can shoot their mediums, you can shoot their TDs, you can shoot their heavies, etc, etc. So once you finish off the enemies on both sides, then you can focus again on their spawn. As you can see here, we smack the 50B that's at their spawn, and we can pretty much contribute to the game very easily. So this was the first episode of more or less TD positioning. If you guys enjoyed it, smash the like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy is out. Bye bye.